If women ran the world, we wouldn't have wars. Just intense negotiations and endless discussions every other day. Don't laugh, just think it through. Women are capable of solving world problems even before they realize there is one. Why is she wearing this color? Why did she wear these shoes? What if this? What about that? Jokes apart, women are pathetic that they would cry over someone else's pain. They are the first to offer help and are among the most considerate people. Just some of the attributes that define women. I have been witness to their greatness since the moment I was born. I was a no-birth cry child and I received excellent treatment by the neonatal doctor who was a female doctor. All my teachers since preschool have helped me in becoming who I am today. But two ladies deserve special mention. My mother and my abacus teacher. I'll come back to my mom later. My abacus teacher is Deepa Ganeshan. A compassionate soul who would walk the extra mile just to comfort us. Not just academically, but also psychologically. I admired how she celebrated our little victories and could sense our insecurities. We could take any problem to her and she would share her unbiased perspective. Everything was going just fine, but then came the COVID-19 pandemic. I remember the panic it created. The schools got closed and the lockdown just kept extending. It was a tough phase for everyone, but for us, teenagers, it was even tougher, as the changes inside us were far overwhelming than the situation outside. My mother always used to tell me that I am Hermione Granger personified. Good at academics, someone who follows the rules, and someone who wants to excel at everything they do. And I was trying my best to live up to those expectations. But then, something changed. Maybe they were the teen hormones at an all-time high, or the news of the people I knew losing their battles to COVID. I even lost my dear Deepa ma'am. I remember just a few days ago, I had spoken to her on the phone, and despite her pain, she had sounded so optimistic. I was looking forward to meeting her after the lockdown, but then this news, I felt shattered. All these events led to me feeling withdrawn. I did not like interacting with others. In fact, I disliked my own company. I don't know why I felt so lonely. That feeling is hard to explain. And then, one evening, something triggered and a tidal wave of emotions just hit. We teens tend to clam up and refrain from expressing ourselves. But that day, after an argument, when my mom told me to do whatever I wished to, I muttered to myself, I wish I could jump off the roof. To my relief, my mother did not hear me. But a while later, she came into my room and gave me a tight hug and told me she would always be there for me. I was surprised. How did she get to know about this? Who told her? I was sure I was inaudible. But then again, we all have that one person who snitches on us, and I happened to share my room with one, my sister. I was so worried what my dad might think that I could barely sleep that night. But the next morning, there were no reactions, no scoldings, no lectures, nothing. Instead, my mom, at her empathetic best, discussed at length about the book I was working on and assured me that she would get it published. By now, the sea of emotions had calmed and I had started thinking rationally. And as I got busy writing the plot of the book, those feelings waned off. We published the book on January 1st this year, and I was extremely happy and proud. Yes, emotional turbulence among teenagers, the depression, the anxiety, it's real. And when it takes control, it clouds all forms of rational judgment, so much so that even harming oneself doesn't seem foolish. Not all are lucky to have a mom who's a parent coach and practices mindful parenting. All parents want to and will help their child if only they know we need it. I sometimes wonder, what if my sister hadn't told my mom? What if my mom hadn't walked up to me and had the conversation? Maybe I wouldn't have been standing here in front of you all. And then I think about how beautifully my mother handled the situation and was able to redirect my energy and focus. So, to all my fellow teens, I wish to say that you are much stronger than you think. Don't doubt yourself and never ever resort to self-harm. It's okay if you feel confused or lost at times. It's okay if you don't have all the answers, and it is absolutely okay to ask for help. Remember what Dumbledore said, help will always be given to those who ask for it. And to all the beautiful ladies in this room and out there, be proud for what you're doing for us every day. Because you're not merely mentoring us, but you're nurturing the future generation. You all are doing an excellent job as mothers, facilitators, caretakers. But I have a request. Accept us as we are. Respect our uniqueness and listen to our problems and our perspectives without judging. We are fighting multiple unseen battles with a big fake smile. We are trying to maneuver carefully between the peer pressure to fit in and to be a good child in your eyes. You make this world a beautiful place, and with your guidance, we will make it even better. Thank you, everyone.